Hello, Ghana, and welcome to A New Perspective. Charles Sam is my name. Continuing with the President's speech, his inaugural speech, which we are capturing for the preparation of Ghana at 60, moving forward into the next 60 and 100 years as a country. The President says we must develop science and technology and inculcate it in our national life. And in the part one, I dealt with some things that I think we need to do as a country. We'll be continuing with that today, hoping we would end it today as well with the part two on the science and technology. But Ghana is faced with a broad array of challenges that require the application of up-to-date scientific knowledge of technology. We need access to credible, independent science and technology research capacity that would help develop informed policies and take effective action. Ghana cannot develop agriculture, ensure food security, and produce a surplus for export without a massive and sustained infusion of human and material resources from science and technology to agricultural production. Advances in science and technology all over the world allow society to mobilize sources of energy and materials like renewable energies and all these things as well. Fight disease, improve and diversify agriculture, key to us as a nation. Mobilize and disseminate information. Function as a player in the global oil industry. We are not a producing country, right? Good. And develop a competitive service industry as well as transport people, as well as transport people and goods with greater speed and safety. Also is science and technology. Bringing your minds to it. This is why we require science and technology injection. This is why the President is calling for that. This is why I believe he has also appointed Professor Frimpong Boateng, who we all know is a science and technology craziest, if there's a word like that. So he can go and play his game over there and lead us somewhere there. And then a lot more we can do as a country with it as well. All over the world, science and technology, which is why it's very important that I explain into a bit more detail this particular segment of science and technology. However, these technologies will not come to wishful thinking that we've been doing in Ghana. Wish that to come, then it comes. No. Manna has stopped coming from heaven as in the ancient times of the prophets. It's intentional, deliberate effort, thinking, intellectual, proper research, pulling together, adding 1 and 2 together, boom, then we're hitting it. Proper, reliable research and data, very important. They are the fruits of enormous investments in education, science, discovery. Number 1, investments. It's enormous, not small figures. And therefore, if the President and his finance minister come up with some huge figures, this is the reason why for science and technology development. Of course, they must be accounted for properly. But science and technology development involves a huge investment, enormous investment in education, science, discovery, targeted technological projects, and interventions to get specific results. Let me take that again, so we put that in our minds and understand the game we are going to play now. Huge investments in science discovery, that's one. Targeted technological projects, projects, because it's a practical game. It's a practical game. It's a living game. Science and technology is not from space. It's a living game. And then interventions to get specific results. Incentives such as priority scholarship programs, patenting, tax holidays, exposure of research work to the investor, packaging for exposure, science and innovation awards, marketing and more are required as part of the targeted integrated intervention. Specifics. We have to. Otherwise, we're not going to get there. 1 plus 1 will always be 2. It's only in Ghanaian politics that 1 plus 1 can turn 11. It is applied science and technology that attracts investment, not paper, not the one on the shelves. So it is so. That's why the process I just mentioned is necessary. All those factors come to play in marketing it and getting out there or getting to be applied. Applied science and technology attracts investment, not the paper one, the one on paper. The state has a responsibility to link intellectual property to industry. But industry must also forge closer collaborative relationships with academia, investors, youth innovation, students' project work, and energy generation. We have a lot of work to do. Let's put our minds to it. These are the details or the things, the framework that as a country we've got to follow or we've got to run with. We need a manpower development strategy to have the right manpower mix, artisans, technicians, and engineers. All this goes to science and technology. Most of the time in our country, we do not categorize properly. We just generalize everything, bunch everything together. With no proper detail. But this is not talking. It's this after 60 years old, it is proper detail specifics, establishing the hard core facts, practical calculations to the point, cutting edge results. That's what we need to do as a country. The innovation knowledge or the innovation economy. The innovation economy is a knowledge economy. That's today's world. Today's Ghana in the 2017 or in the 21st century must be a knowledge-based economy, an innovation economy. And it says it's dependent on technology. The innovation economy, the knowledge economy, is dependent on technology. There is a need also for us to put in place specific projects that use math and science to realize problems. Nothing abstract. Real-life problems. This will serve as a motivation link between theory and practice for the young ones. Young people don't like too much book. They are supposed to read, but they need the practical game. They function in the practical game. They are pragmatists. This is what we need to do. So we need to make it exciting projects that will make them interested in science and technology. That will make them want to apply maths and science. So edutainment is something that we need to pursue. Education, entertainment. Parents who are buying stuff for their kids to play with, equipment and machines and toys and games, go for the ones that will be teaching them maths and also apply maths and science. Very important. So let me take that again. There's a need for specific projects that use maths and science to realize problems. And that's very important, not the abstract. They're talking about here. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said that our science and technology development is not about taking people to space, but what we are going to do with it here on Earth. Food production, equipment production, and many other things as well. We need to build a self-sustaining and perpetual science and technology engine to drive the various phases of our transformation process. Another thing. Now, very important, the Academy of Sciences was established as a dynamic body to assume full responsibility for the coordination of all aspects of research and the promotion of scientific pursuits and learning. A combination of an academy of learning and applied scientific research vital for our national development. The academy was to let us grow strength and power to push us faster in development of sciences, and not a passive one where mere collection and compilation of data from our universities as well as research stations were done. That's what we've done up to now. We need to take the game another step further now. The government should craft a clear, workable vision and a strategic implementation plan to modernize, fund, and bring to the national forerunner agenda the 21st century national science technology development and infusion agenda of the Academy of Sciences with all the research institutes under it. So we call it the 21st Century National Technology Development and Infusion Agenda of the Academy of Sciences and all the research institutions under it as well. There is also an urgent need to popularize science and make the youth science conscious. Very important as well. They must be given a lively interest in science and scientific pursuits from the earliest stages in education and taught to realize that science is not just something which works in laboratories, but it is also around us in nature. It's all over us. The microphones, why I'm able to, the television cameras, why you're able to see me in your homes and even all over the world. The satellites, everything is all around us. Research collaboration with local and international industrial players should be vigorously pursued. Leveraging the intellectual and networking power of diaspora Ghanaians should be a major part of the implementation of the agenda. Our focus as a nation should be initially here on earth, where so much needs to be done to make it a place fit for human effort, endeavor, happiness, and directed towards fighting disease, economic transformation, and raising the living standards of our people. It's action time. It's time to rise and build the new Ghana. Science and technology is the game, and we must pursue it vigorously, forcefully, with the necessary there. We might lose some money in, but it's better to try and fail than never try at all. We must do some exploits that will go waste, and nobody should shout wasted money on this. We must. All nations went through that. There's money, and please, the private sector, these are where you should put in your money in. Churches, put your money into that. One nation, one people, one common destiny, total manpower. Thanks very much. We'll continue with the President's speech next week. God bless you all. My name is Charles Sam. As you can see, I'm in black. Friday, funeral in Ghana. Let's add science and technology to it and not have ambulances carrying dead bodies who have no targets to meet and taxis carrying people who are struggling to live and need survival. God bless us all. God bless the rise of new Ghana. God bless Ghana 60. I thank you.